Yeah.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, man. So 32 team video series, CPGM.com. We in the AFC West, and now we talking about the Oakland Raiders, the former LA Raiders. You know, just win, baby. Al Davis, once a Raider, always a Raider. All that, man. Al Davis, man, this man had a terrific career. Some people remember the older Al Davis, but you know, the young Al Davis, man, that guy was a winner. He did whatever it took to win. Throughout the 60s and 70s, Oakland was the Raiders were the franchise.
Black hole, baby.
Yeah, man, and you know, guys like Jack Tatum, guys like Ken Stabler, you know, guys like that, man. And you know, in the 70s, they just kept on running into the Steelers. Every year they ran into the Steelers. Immaculate reception, you know, they just couldn't beat the Steelers, you know. And they finally got over the hump in, I think, 76 with John Madden and those guys. So, you know, and then throughout the 80s, they won 2 other Super Bowls in the 80s with Tom Flores and, you know, Ken Stabler and those guys. So, you know, they had a rich history. And then that Super Bowl all the way to 2002, when they lost to the Bucks. You know, they had Bill Callahan. They lost to their former head coach, Chucky.
Yeah, we gave them everything under the sun, man. We got John Gruden.
Yeah, Rich Gannon was thrown to the wrong team, man.
It was fantastic. Thank you, Rich Gannon.
So, and ever since that Super Bowl loss, they haven't had a winning season yet, man. So, you know, let's talk on it, man.
Al Davis, man. The game passed him by, man. I used to call him the crypt keeper, man. He should have let it go, man. The guy was, you know, signing everybody under the sun.
And you run a 4-3, man.
You win. It don't matter. Don't matter what the board says. You're our number 1 pick. You know, Darius Heyward-Bey obviously didn't work out. And you know, I always said when Davis lets that team go, they will be better. And obviously, you know, rest in peace, Al Davis. You know, he's gone, and his son is taking over, and it's taken a while, but you know, this team's on the rise, and in my opinion, they're the most talented team in the division right now.
Yeah, they've drafted well, man. They've drafted well over the last 2-3 seasons right now. Getting the quarterback of the franchise, David Carr.
Derek.
Yeah, I always do that.
Yeah, it's all
Derek Carr. My bad.
Yeah.
Apologies, man. The better Carr.
The better Carr.
You know, and Amari Cooper they drafted. Khalil Mack, the beast. They drafted that guy.
Arguably the best pass rusher in the league, pure pass rusher in the league. I mean, this team's roster is, I mean, at every position. I mean, they just signed David Emerson to a new deal over there from Washington. I mean,
yeah, PFF number 9 ranked cornerback last year, Emerson. Yeah.
I know Charles Woodson just left them boys. They got Reggie Nelson. They've just picked up. I mean, the names are endless for this team. The roster is crazy. If I'm a Raider fan right now, I'm excited. You know, you're in a division where, you know, the best quarterback is on a team where they're trying to put an offensive line together or keep them healthy.
Yeah, let me go back to that guy, man, Charles Woodson, man. Yeah, that guy there, man. He's a winner on every level he's been on. Yep. He kind of you know, he was on that Super Bowl team that they lost, you know, with Rod Woodson and those boys on the defense. And he left, you know, went to Green Bay, won a Super Bowl there. Charles Woodson?
Yeah, you said Rod Woodson.
Yeah, he was on that team with Rod Woodson.
With Rod Woodson.
Okay, gotcha.
Charles Woodson. And he left, went to Green Bay, and for what he did to coming back to Oakland and kind of, you know, regalvanizing that defense and teaching them up and things like that. I think he could be a good head coach. I think he could do things like that, man. So, you know, shout out to Charles Woodson.
Yeah, if Woodson wants to do it, I'm sure he could be a position coach today.
Yeah.
Like he could coach up a secondary, and I think the players, because, you know, he's been doing it so long and at such a high level, players will gravitate to him. You know what I mean? He's had success, and whether it's corner, safety, whatever the case may be, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Charles Woodson again. You know, if he's interested in it, but I'd like to see Charles Woodson as a coach.
Definitely, I would, man. Back probably in Oakland, man. You know,
hopefully, you know, and you know, I forgot to mention the coach. They got Jack Del Rio, man. That dude's a huge part of that. You know what I'm saying? McKenzie went out there. You know, like you said, Juice earlier, he was on his way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to make a move. You know, the move was, let me go get out here and get Jack Del Rio and let's assemble this team the proper way. You know what I mean? I'd love to have Jack Del Rio as my coach, but you know,
Yeah.
yeah. The Raiders, if you're a Raiders fan, like you said, man, you gotta be excited and happy for what's yet to come, man. It's because they have an exciting young team, and the Broncos just lost Peyton Manning. Kansas City, Alex Smith is still their quarterback. The Chargers having problems protecting Phillip Rivers. It seems like they might be the favorites this year, man.
And they've like you said earlier, they've signed the likes of shrewd moves in free agency, signed the likes of Michael Crabtree,
Bruce Irvin this year, the offensive lineman,
Kalichi.
I mean, like I said earlier, Reggie Nelson. I mean, it's a properly assembled team. They didn't go out there and just throw a bunch of money out there and get guys out over there. They tried that. They failed. And now, what I'm saying, McKenzie has understood, okay, this is what we need to do, with the help of, Jack Del Rio. So the future for this team is as bright as it could be, man. Out of all the teams in the NFL, this might be the team that has the brightest future. It looks like it's heading in the right direction. All the pieces are in play, man.
The offensive line is bestial on every position.
Top three.
Amari Cooper, man. Watch out this guy, Amari Cooper. I think he's going to have a big season this year for your fantasy teams, man. Draft Amari Cooper, man. Last year he had, over 1,000 yards, and he was pretty much hurt second half of last season, man. The last third of last season. So that connection with Derek Carr, is going to be ridiculous, man, for years to come.
And I think for the Raiders' sake, that's probably the most exciting thing is that name, Derek Carr. You know what I mean? That obviously since the Rich Gannon era, there's been a revolving door of quarterback play, and most teams that you see out there, that's the main issue. They haven't found their quarterback, and I think it's fairly safe to assume that the Raiders have found their quarterback after these two impressive years. Years 1 and 2 for Carr. You know what I mean? And remember, he's only played 1 year with Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of his the complementary weapons haven't been in place very long. You know what I mean? So
they growing together, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Growing together, man.
The one question I have is I'm assuming it's going to be Latavius Murray, but who's going to be that I don't want to say bell cow, but the running back they go to? Who's going to be the name? You know what I'm saying? Every team, for the most part, has a name at running back that For this team, is it Murray or is it the DeAndre Washington? You know what I'm saying? So who is that guy?
I think they complement each other. I think they complement each other.
In my head, with running backs, you need a guy you lean on. Maybe not necessarily the bell cow, but who's the guy you lean on?
Who you gonna close games with? That's really what it comes down to. And I think Murray's the guy. I think they wanted to certainly add some depth behind Murray because they didn't have any, and also light a fire under him.
Yeah, they got to keep him fresh too, man.
Yeah.
He wore down in the second half of the season last year.
He did.
So yeah, man. I think that's it for the Raiders, man. Franchise is bright. CPGM certified, man. Visit us at couchpotatogm.com. Like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube videos, man.